Hello, everybody. It's me, Mr. Steve, coming to you once again from my wife's workspace. It's very pretty, and I'm jealous. She has a very simple design for her work area. Meanwhile, mine is insane. This is her hat that I'm wearing. I think I've read it once before for a video. So it's time once again for another weekly wellness check, where I check up on you guys and see how you're doing and just talk sort of off the cuff is an old phrase, but just speaking from the heart, being honest. How are you guys? You can't see my furrowed brow because of the weird monkey hat. That's better. How are you guys? How are you guys doing? You guys doing all right? Hopefully you are. If you're not doing all right, then that's okay. It's okay to not be good. We can't be happy all of the time. But hopefully you are doing all right. It's summer and it's a bit worrisome. A lot of people are ready to pretend like everything's fine, but we still have to wear masks out in public and social distance and be safe, because that is important. Because the sickness is still out there. It's just that a lot of states in America want to pretend that everything is better because they're sick of being indoors. But we all still need to social distance and be safe. That being said, however, I'm pretty excited about this. So I'm going to be doing some live story times coming up soon, and I'm very excited about that. So I started working for a major bookstore, Barnes and Flobles, in the year 2000. I was hired in October of 2000, and I worked there for 17 and a half years, and then I was let go in February. I think it was the day before Valentine's Day, somewhere around there. I was let go, fired, whatever you want to call it, February of 2018. I was a celebrated employee, but the company, Barnes and Flobles, once again, was desperately trying to stay in business and fired almost 2,000 employees, and I was one of them, so didn't know what to do, but I wanted to keep doing story times because I started doing story times from them. And in California, when I did story times in California, they hated it. They hated my story times because they were so popular. 40, 50, 80 people would come in just to see me do my story times, and the rest of the store would get annoyed with that because I was such a big popular draw and people were coming in just for me. But so I've been doing story times for a long time, is what I'm saying. And once I was fired, as it turns out, one of the parents who would come and see me when I did story times in Norman, Oklahoma, at the bookstore there, was a guy who owned his own nonprofit called LoveWorks Leadership that works with kids, primarily older kids, an after-school program, a mentoring program, helping the kids of today become the leaders of tomorrow. That's not one of their phrases. I came up with that, and they can use it, but they don't. It's fine. I think it's pretty catchy. Anywho. So his nonprofit was primarily for older kids, and he always wanted to do something for younger kids, and everybody always asked him that, but he didn't know how to do it. He didn't have an in, and then he saw that I was out of a job and said, "Hey, Mr. Steve is really good with younger kids. I want to do a program for younger kids. Maybe Mr. Steve can be my in." So together we created, he did most of it, but I helped, Raising Little Leaders. And we do it 1 to 2 times a month, and it's a story time and activities and a learning time, and it's a story time experience. And it's a live event, and there's activities and games and giveaways, and it's so much fun, and we've been doing it for over 2 years. But then we had to stop doing it because of the sickness, the coronavirus, and all that. But I had been streaming all of the events live on my Facebook page. And they were fairly popular, and then I'd put videos up on YouTube and all of that. So they saw that and said, hey, what if we turn Raising Little Leaders, which we can't do live anymore, into this streaming show? So we've been doing Raising Little Leaders, the show, about 5 times since the quarantine happened, and it's really good, and they're here on the channel, and you can check those out. But I really miss doing story times for a live audience, you know, so we're going back to doing them live, and we're taking a lot of safety precautions, and you'll have to RSVP for them. But I'm really excited, and the pay will get better, but I'm really happy to be doing live story times again. I have been going out and wearing a mask and washing my hands and hand sanitizer, and I now feel comfortable going to the store and picking up something. And that's a real big deal for me, because I was stuck indoors for a quarter of a year, but I'm able to go out now and be out in public and not freak out. So I'm excited about the upcoming Raising Little Leaders. But still, social distancing and being careful, taking all necessary precautions, but also being able to read a story in front of kids. Because one of the best parts about story time is just, oftentimes I will go into a story time having nothing planned, and things just sort of happen. While I read the book, I'll have an idea, and this and that, and it gets even better when I do that live, because the kids have no idea what I'm going to do, and we bounce off each other, and I listen to the kids, and I just miss that, so I'm happy that that's coming back, you know? It's weird that it's summer, and I always, when I think of summer, I think of summer movies, you know, big blockbuster summer movies, and there's no movies out right now. And the movies that are being released to, like, streaming services and all that, in the beginning, they released some, like, major ones, like Trolls World Tour and stuff like that, but now they're releasing, like, what am I going to watch? The King of Staten Island? I miss movies, is what I'm saying. I miss movies, and I miss movie theaters. But I'm starting to go out, so that's good. So I'm feeling good. I hope you're feeling good, too. This weekend, my wife and I went out, because it was, you know, her birthday was yesterday. And we went out, and I bought a bunch of books. So, coming soon, a bunch of story times. We're going to be doing one later today. So, very excited about that. Excited to be... It feels a bit more normal, you know? Not that the coronavirus is gone, because it's still here. But it does feel a little bit more like it's back to normal. I took my kids to the dentist. That's a regular thing. And so I just want things to be back to normal, you know? But I hope you're doing all right. Take some time for yourself. You know what I like? A nice hot bath. Set up a nice hot bath and get my tablet. Just watch YouTube and Game Grumps or whatever. In a nice hot bath, very relaxing. Try to think about maybe doing that for yourself. I do that for myself all the time. Anyway, that's about it. Oh, look. I don't know if you can see, but my wife has a bird feeder and a hummingbird feeder right outside of the window. And we don't see a lot of birds eating from there, but a lot of the bird food is gone. And we've seen 1 or 2 hummingbirds, so I'm very jealous of my wife's workspace. So, hey, kids, how can I steal my workplace from my wife? Leave your answer in the comments. The comments aren't working, it's fine. So, that's about it. Mr. Steve loves you guys and hopes that you're doing okay. Try and do something good for yourself. That's called self-care. Taking care of yourself, making sure that you're happy. That's important to make sure that you're feeling all right. So do something for yourself today, all right? Mr. Steve cares about you very much. See you next time, guys. Bye. Finger guns.